Hates Black Men. I'm your host, Edward Anderson. Have y'all gather in here. Hopefully y'all having a good Saturday afternoon, early afternoon. Hopefully y'all like me, going live a lot more. Trying to drop this content. I really need to organize this content in a better way. I need to start really taking some of my rants in my videos, because I don't really re-listen to any of my videos. I really need to start going on some of these rants and cutting out like 5 minutes, 6 minutes when I really be going in, just to get some video uploads of what's going on, as well as do more video uploads. So that is coming. It's hot out here in North Carolina. Anyway, so I was listening to the Dumper, and he was talking about the grandma epidemic, like the, old school grandmas are going extinct, and that's been going on for a minute. So definitely check out his video. It's a 45-minute video. Definitely a good look. Good cooking on it. A couple of things I wanted to kind of mention with that. That's what inspired this video. Is I want to go back to this idea of protection. This is my issue. Black men have a lot of issues, but the issues that black men have are not what most people are going to say that there is. Because what you have to understand is that the name of the game is to control black men. What women do is women want black men to do more. Black women want black men to do more for them. But they don't want black men to get to the point where they have the power to subvert a lot of this crazy shit that black women are doing. And they're doing. It's about control. And the more that I see how all-encompassing it's about control, like for Obama to get up on there and mention a manosphere like he did, like for real, that is some unforgivable shit. That is some unforgivable shit. It really is. That is some unforgivable shit. Because Obama knows what black men go through. He knows what black men go through. Obama didn't date black women like that until he got to Michelle. Obama knows. And for him to say that, like, honestly, I purposely didn't cover that because the anger of him having the audacity to say that, even after he looked stupid speaking on black men during the election, is some type shit that'll have me saying some shit that might have them knocking on my door, and they'll delete my YouTube channel. Not that I'm saying anything violent, but or anything like that, but like seriously, especially after Michelle. I mean, it's to the point where even white women have been commenting on Michelle talking crazy about him. And for him to come in there and then y'all just talk about men, it's really like, what the fuck is going on in that household? Like, what the fuck is going on with that fucking family? I mean, say you a matriarchy without you saying you a fucking matriarchy. And that goes to show you how strong, like, this shit actually is. So this is not about that, but what this is about is black men.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
When it comes to protection, black men do not have, a lot of you niggas have no idea what protection is. The concept of it, why it is, you all are really on some simp enforcement shit. And the reality is, you all don't even, like, black men do not do what do black men do at a collective level that's in black men's best interest? What's in the community's best interest, what's in the black man's best interest is what's in the community's best interest, because ultimately it is not women that compete with other women, it is men that compete with other men. And we can play a game talking about how, well, if feminism came along and women were in charge, we wouldn't have a fucking society. The only fucking reason that feminism fucking exists is so corporations can participate in class warfare and extract more wealth from the other classes. That is the only fucking reason feminism exists. It does not exist to empower women. It exists to basically make women in a buffer class in order to control the men. That's why it wasn't an accident that they quote unquote overcorrected. That's some shit that you know, Jeff James is saying. That's bullshit. I'm just gonna say that right now, and I would tell him that to his face. That's not they didn't overcorrect, because they're fucking still doing it. And if you notice, they're not looking to, I'm not, fuck the women, the powers that be, the nation is really, and fuck what, this ain't even about like men being upset. The nation is decaying at a rapid fucking rate.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
This is not about men. This is about you having a fucking society that the women, you know, are gonna be along this ride too. And so really because of automation and because of technology, ain't nobody really paying attention. And so my point is, they didn't overcorrect. They didn't overcorrect. This is supremacy. That's what this is.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
The elites needed to control the men without the men really thinking, and they understood that men will deal with other men regardless, but they're not gonna run through women like they will run through men. That's what it is, and that's why you see it through the corporations. You haven't heard not one fucking person other than me, and that includes BGS, by the way, that is said on this topic, that is said that BGS talks about the state. I'm telling you, the corporations in a lot of ways have captured the state. And the corporations are the main benefactors. The state gets to get their kids to maintain what it needs to maintain, as BGS says, but the corporations get to extract wealth that they use. As BGS said, it's absolute facts. We are plutocracy. We are not a democracy. We are a plutocracy. We became a plutocracy when Citizens United was passed. When Citizens United was passed in 2005, saying that that's one of the main reasons I didn't vote for Mitt Romney. I was, is when Mitt Romney said corporations are people. Look, man, I'm a capitalist. I can't deal with that, though. I'm like, nope.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
It's not even a conversation. Not that I was seriously entertaining voting for Mitt Romney, but I gave Mitt Romney a chance to see what he was talking about. And once he said that shit, I was done. People may say that's small, but that shit, when he said corporations are people, so you really telling me, so what, are you fucking serious? When you look at how much these companies can just buy their way out of shit? I was done with Mitt Romney when he said that. I couldn't take him seriously no more. For real. Because he really believed that shit. Of course, somebody out of his class would believe that. And yeah, people need to have more class consciousness, at least in the fucking class that you're in. And the rich, quite frankly, you don't have a country without, what makes America great is the middle class. It's not the elite class, it's the middle class. Because at the end of the day, the middle class is the ones that have to fight these fucking wars for your ass. It ain't the elites that do that. But anyway, my point is, black men don't even protect the women black women, if they defend men, even on some, we gotta have a system that works for both parties, because if men don't participate, you don't have a system. Not to mention that if black men do get to the point where they get like the black folks in UK, and they start dating outside their race in mass numbers, black women don't have a counter for that other than the bitch, and nobody cares. Oh, well, black women will just start aborting black males. Okay, do that, and then y'all, ain't nobody gonna do shit for you. Then motherfuckers will just go and get women from other ethnicities that are black. Like, you can play that game, and by the way, all that abortion, if y'all do that, and once that becomes very noticeable, that's what you're doing, all bets are off as far as your protection and provision, the little you get. You live in a society where you have to compete with other entities, and women have to a certain extent, compete with other women as far as getting the best men. The shit that they like, everybody likes to talk about, is mainly predicated on the idea that you don't have to compete with nobody. This is like when you hear people talking about matriarchies and all this shit, like even white women, for white women shouldn't even say the word matriarchy, because everything that white women have benefited from has been predicated, is not based on matriarchy. What fucking white like, I was Andrew, it was a situation where a chick crashed out because Andrew was debating and she couldn't take it. I was Andrew, would have asked her, what fucking white matriarchy? Fuck matriarchies. What, let's talk white folks. The fuck are you talking about? You're looking at other groups that don't have any kind of experience that you have, and you're trying to speak on that like any benefits you have are predicated on any like cultural lifestyle or cultural way that they live. Get all the way the fuck out of here. And you damn sure as a white dude should pigeonhole a woman. Bitch, your whiteness, you being a white woman, and everything you get to enjoy as that is not predicated on nothing else but what white men do. You can kiss my ass with any other argument. I don't give a fuck how feminist you are, because no matter how feminist you are, you still benefit. I don't see none of you feminists basically saying white women need to let go of their white womanhood to benefit other women. Ain't none of you bitches saying that shit. A white feminist asked, would you all, how many of you all would trade places with a black woman? Ain't no, not a single bitch raised their hand. Exactly. Shut the fuck up. You can speak to everything. You can speak truth to power to a lot of different shit. That don't mean shit. White women literally took the money that was supposed to go to black men so black men can basically architect these communities for us and our women. You stole that money from black women indirectly, and them dumb bitches helped you do it. Talk about finesse. I told you, nobody's taking more from the black woman than the white woman. Nobody kisses the ass of the white woman more than the black woman. That's why they always pointing the finger at black men, because they don't want to be honest about that history, because women aren't accountable. So women are incentivized to lie, and you got bitch ass niggas that'll basically go along with the lie, hiding the truth from the next generation. That's why they scared now, because they see dudes ain't do it. So they can't just reset the matrix again. But going back to what I was saying is, you don't even protect the females that actually believe that there's gotta be balance. You don't even protect them. You let these women get ganged up on by these fucking hyena bitches. You let them get ganged up on it. Real talk. It's a lot of men that'll go after those women too, talking about their panders. These bitches be married and all that. Or you got niggas calling Shay Sharday tether, as if you don't see that she's trying to balance this shit out with the men. But y'all gonna worry about that because you don't like her because of reasons. what's crazy to me. You all do not protect the good black women from the bad ones. Because in your mind, there's no fucking such thing as a bad black woman. Don't believe me? Don't believe me?
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Dr. Umar hugging up on Sukihana. Basically co-signing her fucking behavior. Sukihana is a whore. Sukihana she inspires females to be whores. And then you wonder why your daughters talk to your ass crazy like they do. What the fuck are we talking about? Sukihana got videos out here of her throwing up, vomiting because she's choking on a dick. Well, maybe she's not the horrible person, Edward. Maybe she's not. But her image inspires whoredom. Little girls inspire to be OnlyFans models, Instagram thoughts, and whores. And they look for women like her, Cardi B. Oh, well, you know she ain't as bad as Cardi B. Yes, she is. Because women like Sukihana pushes the envelope. Women like Sukihana pushes the envelope to normalize shit so a Cardi B can promote it. They push the boundary. You got fucking Ari Lennox shaking her ass on naked on Instagram. And by the way, social media promotes this on the low. Like, real talk, honestly, if the government was doing what they're supposed to do, they should be suing social media. Because here's the funny thing. They worry about AI, and they're willing to crack down on AI, right? Because of not safe for work content, whatever. I'm not mad about that. But y'all don't crack on these hoes. Y'all don't crack on these hoes. Doing everything they can to try to put out soft porn online. Whether it's see-through fucking shirts that don't pick up on the algorithm, or it's them wearing bikinis, micro bikinis, or it's them having booty shorts, or it's them going in the fucking gym. These are white women too. My point is, when women speak on that, you all allow, you niggas that act like y'all are righteous, you allow other women to gang up on them. And basically whoop their ass. These are other black women. You don't protect them. I'm not even talking about women necessarily pander to us. I'm talking about women that are just trying to be in the middle. You niggas ain't protectors. Get the fuck out of here. You niggas just like the jockey on like y'all like to try to flex on men. Most of you niggas, somebody said, like Dumper said, this is absolute facts. If a nigga is doing something, let's say a nigga arguing with a female, if you know you can't whoop that nigga, you cowardly ass niggas ain't necessarily as quick to do something about it. You all only get in front of these chicks when you think you can whoop on that nigga. And it's not just one person, it's a lot of dudes. At the end of the day, a matriarchy is never going to be the best lifestyle for black women, because all that's going to do is brain drain black men out of it. Black men are going to either get up on dealing with another race, not have children, which means if they don't have children, they're not going to be invested outside their own family to the extent that they're invested in that, which is a soft brain drain, going overseas or checking out entirely. Men are not about to sign up to be slaves to these hoes. Not the niggas that actually got something to offer. Maybe the bitch ass niggas that all you got is dick and some fucking entertaining words, sure. But that shit works until it doesn't. That shit is cool till you niggas start getting in your late 30s, early 40s. Then these same hoes, these chicks that end up being grandmas, end up just fucking younger niggas. That's all. And the last thing I wanted to say is, one of the things, when it comes to these whole phases, that I used to say, One of the things that the women used to say is that it is a whole phase. As if every woman should have a whole phase. I knew that shit was a lie when they used to say it. I knew that was a goddamn lie. Just like how they talk about there is no gay agenda. I knew that was a lie. There is no whole phase. Once these women get a taste of that, unless they have like a traumatic experience, which, by the way, that's baggage in and of itself. Unless they have a traumatizing experience, like for instance, Kerosene did, they don't come off of a whole phase. You got women now that are in their 50s now, that are going, they're already grandmas. They're going to be next up to be grandmothers. And these women are old hoes. There is no like traditional grandmothers anymore. That's beyond an endangered species. These women are old hoes. They are old hoes. And what are they doing? This is why it's so detrimental for you to have the first lady talking about dealing with younger men while she's married and trying to call that empowerment. You would never have a white woman saying that shit that's in that position. The only reason why they let Michelle Obama say it is because they don't want her to throw the race card out there. Tracy Ellis Ross, who has a white father, these women are calling it empowerment. They let Charlize Theron get away with it because she's an entertainer. She already dressing up her adopted black son, which to me is child abuse, by the way. In my mind, that's child abuse. What Dwayne Wade did with his son, that's child abuse. It's not a phase. It is who they are. We allow them to call it a phase, so you're not dealing with the problem as it is. It's who they are. They never grow out of that shit. People need to start taking a moniker, once a whore, always a whore. Like, for real, dudes need to know that's what you fucking dealing with. So when they ask for all this commitment, all this, you paying for everything and all of that shit, man, what they really asking you for is to subsidize them being whores. That's the like they never come out of that. If you a hoe in your 20s, you're gonna be a hoe in your 30s. And if you being a hoe in your 30s, but people think I'm just saying that. When you're in your 20s, your concept of time is off because you think you're gonna be forever young. When you get like 27, 28, you start being like, oh shit. But what happens is women may get antsy when they get 27, 28, 29, but when they get 30, they're in denial. Meaning they're 29 for like 4 or 5 years. When they get 35, you don't believe me? Look at all these bitches that are 40 years old now. Look at all these bitches. They start having a baby if they didn't have one. Look at all these chicks that are 40 years old now. Carrie Hilson, Cheyenne Bryant, Ebony K. Williams. You starting to see a whole smorgasbord of them now. Ashanti got lucky. Ashanti got lucky. All these chicks act like, they're in denial. And so these women get in denial from like 38 to like 43. I mean, listen to Melissa Ford. You got these chicks that don't even got kids. Don't even got kids. lot of these chicks are in proximity to men that's got money. Because a lot of these chicks don't got kids, because they see a lot of these chicks that don't got kids, two things going on. Number one, they selling that pussy, or they holding out, and number two, they see giving kids. They see it as giving kids to men. They don't see it as doing something for themselves. And a lot of the women that have kids, when they have a baby by him and all that, they do that to try to control the man. You're in a situation where you're about to deal with 3 generations of whores. Gen X, Millennials, and Zs. What did I tell you niggas about Gen X women? Gen X women are the worst black women to ever walk on these shores. They're the worst generation. But Zs are their kids. Women are trying to get basically men to do the same shit men is all supposedly always done, taking care of paying for everything without them doing shit. And everybody trying to act like men are crazy for saying fuck that. Y'all saw that damn Mortal Kombat 2 trailer? What did Carl Irving say? He said fuck that. He was like fuck that. Fuck that. And now men are basically turning off, and then these motherfuckers don't know what to do because they ain't trying to do shit. I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. You're gonna have a New Horizons level event. Something is gonna have to break that they can't just fix. Something big is gonna have to break that they can't fix, and in order for them to actually change. And even then, they're gonna act like they changed some shit without really doing shit. Like for real. And niggas gonna increasingly look stupid. Like niggas get caught up and they get caught up with the state and shit like that. Niggas are going to increasingly look stupid. Especially because real talk, that's why they trying to make dudes look weird, talk about why don't you have kids? Bitch, worry about yourself. I'm doing me. You don't want tied the fuck down. I get to do what the fuck I want to do. Shout out to all the good women, good moms, good wives that are married and all of that. Fuck that struggling shit. You better find a nigga and actually appreciate that nigga. Because I'm more inclined to assist somebody doing this shit the right way, an actual intact family unit that don't really need the help that I am to help somebody struggling. You struggling because you want to be a hoe and play hoe games. If you weren't married to the nigga you had a kid with, and even if you were married, if you blew up that relationship, bitch, I don't want to hear what the fuck come out your mouth. I don't want to hear shit. For real, for real. I really don't. And a lot of men got to stop trying to appeal to these chicks' humanity and just be like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about what's coming out your mouth. I really don't. If you breathing, you lying. Make sure y'all get them lights up. Ain't nobody playing with y'all.
History of crashes for the next 0.75 miles.
Damn. History of crashes. Ain't nobody playing with y'all. Oh, you hate me. Oh, you hate women. You did. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. Everybody see what's going on, but everybody, like, I mean, we in 2025. Everybody see what's going on, but everybody out here playing. I don't know what you talking about, bro. It's all great. Like, you have made these women feral. A lot of these women are out here feral, yo. Like, straight up. They're out here acting like wild ass animals. Straight like that. Anyway. Anyway. And by the way, if men ain't making money like that, then they can't tax men like that either. You can't tax what you don't make. So anyway. Make sure you check out that video from the dumper. It's a good video. I think I shared it in my comment section. With that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace.